Welcome back to our Explainer series. Today we're diving straight into a fascinating piece called The Custodians of Order, a charge on Masonic law. You know, we spend so much time absolutely obsessing over the symbolism, the history, and the beautiful rituals of the fraternity. But today, we're actually looking under the hood at the hidden engine that keeps this whole thing running. The law itself. It's a seriously compelling look at what it literally takes to keep a system alive and breathing.
To really grasp this, let's look at Benjamin Franklin. He was a prominent Freemason himself, right? Well, when he was asked what form of government the founders had just created, he hit them with that famous line, "A republic, if you can keep it." It's such a brilliant gift, but honestly, it's also a pretty stark warning. He was basically saying that a system of order, no matter how perfectly, beautifully designed it is, absolutely cannot survive on autopilot.
And the parallel we're looking at right now is just striking. Think about it. Just as a nation is held together by its constitution, a lodge is preserved by Masonic law. But here's the catch. Paper doesn't enforce itself. We are handed this incredible structure, but exactly like Franklin's Republic, it's only a true lodge if we put in the actual work to keep it that way.
But man, here is exactly where we usually trip up. It's so incredibly easy to fall into the trap of viewing these foundational texts, the Constitution, the local bylaws, as just, well, boring paperwork. A total snooze fest. We tend to treat them as these dry administrative burdens meant only for the secretary to dust off once a month. But the source text gives us a massive wake-up call here. Dismissing these documents isn't just lazy, it's literally the very first misstep toward total disorder.
We have to realize these documents aren't obstacles trying to slow us down. They are the essential lifeblood of the entire institution. Seriously, they are the only things maintaining harmony among the brethren, ensuring real justice, keeping order in the proceedings, and guaranteeing the legitimacy of the work we do. Without the law backing them up, those four concepts are just nice-sounding, empty words.
It's a really common myth that stripping away governance somehow creates more liberty. It doesn't. Without rules, we don't get freedom, we just get mass confusion. We don't get brotherhood, we end up with bitterly divided factions. Ultimately, without that strong governing framework, we don't even have a lodge at all. We just have a room full of guys hanging out. The rules are the magic ingredient that actually elevates a random group of individuals into a true lodge.
Which brings us to a pretty tough question that we all need to ask ourselves. Because the great danger here isn't just pure ignorance. No, the real danger is selective attention. Are we treating the rules of the lodge like a convenient all-you-can-eat buffet where we just pick what we like, rather than respecting a binding structure? Sure, it's super easy to follow the rules when they suit us, but what happens when they actually challenge us?
Well, selective attention looks a little something like this. Following rules only when it's convenient, totally ignoring them the second they become a hassle, or, and we've all probably seen this, creatively reinterpreting them to fit some personal agenda. And listen, ignoring a Grand Lodge constitution or brushing off a bylaw isn't just some harmless little oversight. It is the exact chisel that starts to crack the foundation of the entire lodge.
And once that foundation starts cracking, it leads us to a pretty stark reality. The ultimate threat to the fraternity isn't some dramatic overnight collapse like you'd see in a movie. It's a quiet, incredibly dangerous erosion. It happens so slowly, inch by inch, day by day, simply through passive neglect. It's the things we don't do that actually bring the house down.
So let's turn to the solution here. Rise of the attentive Mason, moving from neglect to daily stewardship.
Okay, so how do we actually put this stewardship into practice every single day? It takes 3 highly actionable habits. First, read. And I mean really read, don't just skim. Commit to actively reading a section of your lodge's bylaws or the Constitution for just 5 minutes a day to seek true understanding. Second, take charge. Don't just offshore all your knowledge to the secretary or the master. Assume absolute personal responsibility for knowing the rules yourself. And third, guard. Treat those bylaws as your daily safeguard in every single lodge interaction, not just some occasional obstacle to get around. Making this study a real daily habit is exactly how you actively breathe life back into the lodge.
And once you start building these daily habits, you're going to have this amazing light bulb moment. You realize a profound truth. Discipline is not the enemy of liberty. It's actually its protector. Mastering the governance of Masonry is every bit as vital as mastering its beautiful symbolism. At the end of the day, being a Master Mason isn't just about receiving the word, it's about rolling up your sleeves and actively upholding the order.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this final, powerful charge from the text. We are not merely inheritors, we are its custodians.
It brings everything full circle, right back to Franklin's warning, doesn't it? The lodge will endure only if we keep it. So I'll leave you with this to chew on. Are you just occupying a seat right now, or are you actively doing the daily work to keep your lodge alive?